So thank you much, welcome. So I'm going to take you through how to add a trip and to add student to that trip and to remove them and to receipt the trip amount if it's built differently. So if you open your system under trips and retreats, you can click on this. So if you click on this, it will open for you this window. So this window will have all your trips that you've added. So adding a trip is easier. Just come and click on this, and then you will key in the details, the year, the amount. So this is very important because it's the amount payable for that trip. For example, you're going to Nairobi or to Mombasa and you're charging 2,500. So that is the amount you will charge here. So since you don't know, maybe initially during the term when it's starting, you don't know the students who are going to go to that trip, you can skip this part. You can skip it, or you can just say it's for which and which grade. So after that, you can add the trip. So after adding the trip, it will bring you to this. So like for example, you have Uganda, you can be able to see the students you've added. So you can filter so that you search and you can pull a report of those students who said or shown interest that they will be attending. So remember, before you receive payment, it will be ideal if you add them to that trip so that it will bill. So I'm going to use like for example this one. So you can edit the information at any given time. So you can click on this. You can see the amount payable. You can change the term. You can change if there was any issue. You can change. Also, even from here, you can add students to a trip. Like for example, I've come, or the parent has come and said, I want to pay for this kid's trip. So you can come and add it from here. So we're adding, or you can come here and say you want to add. So this is where you can add or remove. So you don't need to change anything. I can just come here and say maybe I want this student test to go to that trip. You can have multiple. You can add another student. So you just start typing. Say it's Wanjiko. So you can select the Wanjiko you are looking for. You can be more specific on the using the admission number. So after that, you click on add, then you confirm. So after adding, so you've added that student to this trip. So this is the test, and this is his admission number, and this is the class they are in. So if I need to receipt for them or to receipt, I can just come here on this payment, then I click on receipt, then I say it's test. So I'll see test has 2 trips that he's attending. So I'll select the trip that he's paying for, and then I'll select the payment method. So let's say it's cash, and then it will tell me like how much it's supposed to be paid, the balance. Like for example, if I selected the other trip, you see this is the amount payable. He already had paid 1,000, so the balance is 14. So if I select this one, the one that we just done, then I can see how much has he paid. Say he has paid 500. Then the date of payment, maybe it's today. Then any description or notes, and then I just receive it. Just submit. So you will receive this notification. Successfully submitted your payment. So if I needed to print the receipt, I can come here, and then I go to, you can search here or you can filter. Remember, you can filter with so many things. You can filter by student, you can filter by class, you can filter by payment method, you can filter by status, etc, or even by trip. So if you want to see like those students who've paid for this trip, you still can filter with with the trip here. So and then I just come here and then I scroll to my right. Then I say I want to print. So it will have these details, the details of the school. We'll have the receipt details, be able to see the receipt, the invoice number and the date, and then even the mode of payment. It is cash. And then you'll be able to see the student details, the name, the admission, the class and the term. And then the details you have, this is trips, and then the name of the trip, and then the amount payable, and then amount paid and the balance. So what you only need to do, you need to come and say print. So it will open for you this, and then you can print it. You can print it how you want it. You can come and print it. So you can print it from there. So that is how you do trips, receiving payments. And so after these trips have been or the students have gone for this trip, so you will need to come and like say close or mark it as inactive. So the importance of this step, to for example this trip, it goes and checks if all the students who are supposed to go for that trip went. So if there is one who was removed and already had paid, like for example someone had paid and they have said, or the parent has come and said, no, I don't want my student to go to that trip. So you still can come and remove. So you just need to, like for example, you check the ones to remove. See, remove. So I can say maybe it's this test. I want to remove this person. So if you remove them and already they had paid the 500, so it automatically goes to their account and credit their account with the 500. So in the next time, or if they had a balance, it will go and clear, or it will go to as an overpayment to the next term. So that is the importance of removing a student from that trip, because when we are closing that trip or marking it as now it's inactive, it goes and check. Also, if there is a student who was, like for example this one, already he has a balance of 2000. So if we are to close and say this now is inactive, so this one will be carried forward as an arrears to the next term. So meaning if he was to pay 2000 or 20,000, it will be 20,000 now plus the 2000 arrears. That is the whole point of removing and adding a student to a trip. So the reason for this is they normally, or you at the beginning of the term, you don't know like which student will be going for that trip, if that trip is optional. Then if they come and say they are going to go, then you add them to that trip, so that at the end of the day you can come and pull a report on that specific trip, and you can be able to tell how much has been paid and how much has not been paid by pulling this report. Then also we have some other reports from here whereby you can be able to see more details. So it's important you can be able to filter them out, because they may be many, and be able to see all the details, be able to see then the details in the trip. So we had three trips in this term. Yeah, so you can be able to, yes. So that is it about the trips. It doesn't have much. And then I just want to show you something about transferring a student. You just come here, like for example I can come here and say I'm doing a transfer. There may be many, so I will search only. So I can come and say I want to transfer test or test transferred. So there are two ways. You can come and check, then you just come and say you want to transfer the student, or you may be having the admission number. Like you can have the admission number, so you can come and add them there. You can separate them with a comma. You see it says students admission numbers. You can separate them with commas. So I can come here and say, like for example, my case, I will use the checkbox. So I don't have this. And then I can come and say the action. Maybe this is for test. And then the school admitted. Maybe I've gone to Kenya High. Just an example. Then I can come and mark that student as transferred. So what happens to that is upon transferring the student, then we will get this report whereby we are able to tell, like for example, on this term, we can be able to tell we have a report. I will show you even another report on the transfer whereby you can be able to filter. We want to see all the transfer per year, per term, all the transfer per grade, and then by status, and then by type and the reasons. So we'll be able to see, like on this year we had 1 transfer, this year we had 20, this year we had on January we had 16 transfer, then on this second term we only have 2. So we'll be able to see even the highest reasons. Maybe this was a relocation, there was an issue of transfer based on the school fees, and we have the test that I've just added. So you'll be able to see then the transfer per class. You'll be able to see grade 4 has the highest transfer, and grade 6. Then we have grade 1, then grade 7, then PP2, and grade 5. So you can be able to see this. So this is very, very important, because if I come here and go to say admission reports, I can be able to see the details of new admissions. I can be able to see then the details about admission. I can also be able to see the class capacities. I can be able to see then the classes, the days absent. So I can be able to see my students from there. Then I can come and say I want to load the transfer student details. So currently we don't have enough data. That is on it's able to give us a detailed report on the details, or on the status and everything. So when here, if for example I wanted to readmit the student, assuming maybe for example the student has gone for after 2 years and then they are back, so I'll just come and readmit student. If I needed to edit, I can edit the information of the student. So but for now I don't want to do all that. So what I need to do is just need to come and say, maybe for example, because I don't want to readmit the student, let me just take him back to PP2. Is it PP2 blue? Maybe PP2 blue. And then I just readmit the student, because I want to use this student. So immediately they will come out of this list and they will go back to the list of students. So if I'm here, if I click on this, the student is still or has come. Then if we go to transferred student, you'll be able to see the details. So this one is a detail. So this one keeps track of all those admissions and readmissions. So that we can be able to see all the students who've been admitted and readmitted. So it doesn't take away all the transfer reports even if you readmit. So it will still be yes. So you'll be able to see all the readmitted students, the previous class, and even the school that they have been that they were transferred to. So you still can get this report. So that is it about transfer. I don't know if we have another issue about the transfer. Yes, but that is it about the about transfer and the trips. Yes. So thank you, thank you, thank you.